この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here on Tuesday for a new season of a new season of Natsume Yuujinchou. I almost fucked it up. God damn it! I had it down. God damn it! New season of Natsume Yuujinchou. It is Natsume Yuujinchou-san, season 3. And there's not going to be much to talk about here. We finished off the previous season with our interactions with Ishio Kai and, of course, Shuichi Natori. And we're forced into the false decision between, do you really care more about yokai or humans? And the answer is, it doesn't matter. They're all people. Fuck it. Who cares? And we came to that conclusion, and it was pretty good. What's next? I don't know. It's going to be a new season of Natsume. Like, what do I say here? It's going to be more of the more, and we have no inkling of what that's going to consist of. Cool. What's going to change? I don't know. It's not too long between season 2 and season 3, so maybe there will be a bump in production quality. We'll have to see. We will definitely get a new OPED combo, which should probably be fun to look through and maybe glean any information we can from it, although the first two have been not that informational, except in that they show some yokai that we will eventually meet, and that's about it. So, honestly, all we really have to do here is get started, watch this episode of Natsume, and see how it goes. In the previous seasons, we've watched one episode first, because the first episode, there's usually a little bit more to talk about, and we will probably do the same this week season thing, just because... Not only because of that, but because of, like, consistency, and because it means that we end up getting to, like, 12, 13 at the end, and we can watch everything is all consistent and good. Hopefully, that means that any two-part episodes will be lined up. I don't know if they will. Please, if you know that, without spoiling me, if you could let me know which episodes are, like, multi-parters, then I can plan for the future, and that's super-duper helpful. I'll also throw out a request on the Discord for people to do the same thing, but... I'm sure I'll get an answer on that front eventually. At the moment, I just don't know, so I'm going to play it by ear, which means we're going to watch episode 1 of Natsume Yuujinchou-san and see if we like it, which I don't think there's any question about. We like the show. We're going to keep watching the show, right? Like, yeah. So I don't know why I said that. Anyway, let's watch an episode of Natsume, shall we? It's Tuesday. It's time for some wholesome and heartbreaking in relatively equal combination. Okay. I've got episode 1 of see, it's so ingrained in my head now. I've got episode 1 of Natsume Yuujinchou-san up, and that is really fun to say. Episode 1 of Natsume Yuujinchou-san. Unfortunately, it's going to go away as soon as we get to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. None of them work. None of them rhyme that way. That's sad. Anyway, I've got episode 1 of Natsume Yuujinchou-san up and ready to go. It is sitting at 0 seconds. There will be 2 versions. This reaction video as usual. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video up there, linked in the description. Time-based version will be up on YouTube, and if you want to do a syncy thing and sync up your own copy, that's what it's there for, so get your copy ready, because the PiP timer is coming at you. Let's do this. Let's do it. Sorry. All right, we got another OP that hits immediately. Love it. And we've got rain. And we've got drop shadow. Ooh. Like, I couldn't even see the... Okay. Oh, the sun coming out. Drying up the... Whoa! Hey! All of these memories! It's all past stuff. Ooh. That's redone. And they nailed that on the beat. And that's completely redone. I like this one. I like this one a lot so far. Did they just watch him get flown to his roof and they were cool with that? Okay. Not that that implies normalcy. Oh. Ah, okay. Thanks. I forgot your name, buddy. Big boy, bro. Oh, hello. Flute music thing. Okay. Restart. Oh, hi. That's a really cute little spider yokai. Is that Horsey Boy? No, hello. Jesus. Hmm. Hmm. Should have? Sure. Hmm. That was a fun little shot. Nom 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 nom. Oh, he was just hiding up in the tree? Nice. Well played. They absolutely are. Hello, light rays. That's new. The name of a monster. Okay, that could mean anything. Wham bam boom. All of the exposition is done. Yep. Yep. And also living with yokai. Introduce Nyanko. Nope. Something else. That's odd. That's a boy. Okay, that's a goofy boy. Alright, little teacup boy, what are you doing? That's not nice. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, Kit Kat. I don't think he's not much of a hunter. Aww. Aww. Ah, the little flesh. Nope, you get some stuff. Some schmutz. Ayy. Good move. Yeah. Seconds? Yeah. Aww. That little quick focus on the intimate gesture and yep, mm-hmm. Yeah. And boom, another piece of exposition. Oh, okay. Oh, and you've just been letting that happen. Yeah. I guess it's harmless, probably. Oh. Oh. That makes sense, given the effort put into it and the value perceived in it. Because it wants to be... Oh. More than harmless, it's a guardian of sorts. Unless something terrible is going to happen. There's that piece as well. Oh, hi. I'm sure she's friendly. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure, no problem. It's all good, fam. Now we expose it on that part of things. Jesus. That is a lot more neck than I thought there was. Oh, boy. AKA me. Whoosh. De nada. That is the wrong language. Yeah. Do you want that? That's gotta be the teacup. That's the little boy teacup. Hello, teacup bro. Hi. Spring. That thing is really weird. Maybe. It's super vague, you know? Here we go. Oh my god. First line. Oh fucking hell. Clearly. Yes. Score for karma. Correct. But you have balance. Sort of. This is a new track. Oh, hi. Are you an old lady or are you an old yokai lady? Her legs are snakes. Oh, fucking hell, yep. Indeed I do. Lady Natsume will punch an old lady, dude. By giving me your soul? No. Okay. 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 Punch that old lady. Punch that old lady. Do it. I don't like that framing. I don't like it at all. I'm gonna eat ya. Oh, that. Okay. Well, shit, now you're cursed. This is a nice cut. That was a big jump from curse you to korosu. Probably. Which part? Mm-hmm. I don't think so, buddy. Hmm. That has something to do with the mirror. Trying to save a tree? But was it? Yeah. Oh, hi. You know what? I don't feel like this lady's that evil. She's a little fucking creepy, but... I mean, I'll help you. Jesus. I wanted to see that old lady get punched. Sorry. Hmm. Oh, what? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, she is sick and weakened. Yeah. Meaning that she's so alone. Yeah, perspective. Ooh, yeah. Just like her in a way. Yep. Oh, you got a little flower going. That's cute. I mean, you do. Cool. Is that a flower from that tree? Okay. Not happening. Ah. The rumors haven't spread. That is a gorgeous looking forest. Whoa. It was Reiko herself, right? No. Then no. Mm-hmm. The mirror to get rid of it somehow? That sounds like Reiko. Sounds like Reiko, fam. Yeah. I got some vibes. I don't think she was a yokai. That she would bring disaster. That's Reiko, dude. That's Reiko, dude. Yeah. Yeah. And you haven't been able to find her. What did she take instead? Did she take your name? No. Hmm. Hmm. So that tree blooms now. Whoa. Yep, that's me. Jesus. I did not like that shattering glass noise. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. How you feeling there with the shoulder cracking, breaking, snapping part? Oh, it's healed. Did he do that or did she do that? Hey! Yeah. You sure do. something worth protecting. Well, is it? She had forgotten. Huh. Boom. I really like the new animation for that. It's so dope. Bling. Ah. Oh, it's those. Socio. Oh, no. Here, you want your stick? What? What? Alright. She can't. She can't go buy one. Very well. Is she healing it? I don't know. Ah. Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah. So why is she disappointed when she gets there? She thought she was just a person. Oh, she thought, oh. Huh. Yeah. No. True. True. Oh, the cup broke. To prevent disaster? Reiko's? That was the... Damn right it is. That's why that sound effect. That's amazing. To Nui D. Ooh! Ooh! This is another ouchie one, isn't it? Oh, fuck. Oh. Didn't expect that. Wow, that's beautiful. The static texture that he's moving across gives this strange feeling of three-dimensionality. That's amazing. Awesome. Bonk. Okay. There's a legendary village that's not part of this world. I didn't want to know that, but now we know that. Ukihara Village. That tells us nothing, which is great. Okay. We got a new episode of a new season of Natsume Yuujinchou. Very much like the first episode of the last season of Natsume Yuujinchou in Zoku. I think one of my core remarks about that first episode of the season was that it was absolutely excellent at delivering concise, coherent, rapid, but not feeling like an info dump exposition about all the important elements of the story. This episode does the same thing and does it really well. I mean, how do I even express the way that this is so good? I mean, I guess just by going through it and listing things out. Natsume introducing himself and showing us a yokai at the same time, showing us a couple of other yokai. Boom. All right. We have a yokai that is chasing him and interested in eating him. That tells us something as well. Yes? It's also, just as we go through, I think that the addition of these big camera angles and maneuvers like this one, where we blur out the entire background for a faux three-dimensionality thing going on, that's really neat, I think. I think that's pretty cool. It's pretty well done. There's also a lot more like emphasis on light and shadow in backgrounds and things, and shadows of characters and stuff, and a bunch of cuts that are just a little bit more fluidy and fun in their animation style. In fact, that one actually reminds me quite a bit of one of the cuts of Natsume beginning to run in the one episode that we found really, really special, But anyway, that's our start. We know a bunch about Natsume and his deal with yokai and stuff. And then we open and we get more. Like a lot more. Boom. Grandmother, Reiko, challenged yokai to a battle. Wrote their names in a book. Proved that it would obey them. It's a set of contracts. Call the names and they can't disobey. Now I spend my days running from yokai. It's fucking weird. Meet the family. Meet a teacup. Yokai are weird. We don't know how that shit works. Natsume hides the fact of his being able to see yokai from the family that's taking care of him. He also cares about them deeply and is nervous about lying to them. All of this is exposition that's being delivered to us, and they care deeply about him, shown by this small intimacy here and her general care. Yes? Yes. Boom. Awesome. Lovely. I need to be careful. His desire to not cause harm to them is huge and a crucial part of who he is and a crucial part of this episode because the, quote, threat of disaster incoming is like a thing, you know? And he's scared that he'll bring disaster upon them. That's important. He is an orphan. He has lost his parents. He is living with them. This couple took him in. Their home is very dear to him. Boom. Nyanko. Now we meet Nyanko. Nyanko's a little bit of a bastard who sits around doing whatever the hell he wants and professes to be quote-unquote a bodyguard, but he's also professing that he is the individual who wants the Book of Friends when Natsume dies. But he's also just a bastard. He's a little bastard cat who, you know, is being a jerk. But he also has lots of information and is a powerful yokai in and of himself. All of that is still exposition. Like, we're telling the story of this episode, but we've woven in all of the information that you would need to get a primer on Natsume Yuujinchou. Like, if I were to give you, what's the core of Natsume Yuujinchou? Well, there's this boy named Takashi Natsume. He lives with this family that he really cares about. He can see yokai, and that's weird. His grandmother was also able to do that and had strong spiritual powers and locked a bunch of yokai into this book for reasons that are kind of unclear and ambiguous, but are sort of a mishmash of genuine altruism and kind of being just kind of a dick. And there's conflict between humans and yokai constantly because they can never communicate with each other, and Natsume is like the only person who can deal with that, and he constantly struggles with that. Boom. That's all the things. He also has a side character who's a cat called Nyanko who turns into a giant dog monster that fights stuff. It's pretty fucking cool. That's the show, and all of that is exposition that has already occurred in this episode. Boom. It's just snappy. It's so dense. It's so concise. Also, yokai come to him asking him to do things and give their names back. And yokai can be really creepy at first, but you shouldn't probably judge them on that. Judge them on their actions instead. Like, this one's really nice, even though her neck is like 4 times the length of her entire body. Very strange. And then we tell the thing. This is how you do the give the yokai name back. Boom, shakalaka, bam, flippy dippy, boom. It's also kind of fun, I think, that we use the old visual here. Not this part. This is the same cell. Like, this is the same frame that has been used throughout Zoku for Natsume blowing the thing toward yokai, right? This is the animation. It's on a different background, obviously, because it's on a different background, but it's the same frame. You could overlay this 1-to-1 with one of the other ones. I could go and do it if I wanted to, but it'll take too much time. It's not worth it. I think you can recognize that it's the same. That's when the exposition is occurring for us. When we get it again, and I'm just going to skip to this because I think it's really pretty and I want to look at it again. When we go ahead and give her name back, we use the new animation, which I assume is going to be the new animation. And it's excellent, and we need audio for showing why it's so excellent. Okay, this right here, look at the shadows and like dimensionality around his eyes. His eyes have like physical depth to them because they've been drawn with like the face's actual bone structure and ocular sockets in mind. It's kind of insane. And then all of that is in motion on ones mostly. There's just depth and like compassion and care in his eyes. And then the thing that works even better is that they just nail the timing on the clap into the swap of the black background for, like, it takes a couple frames to occur, but a gradual lightning that occurs immediately after he claps. And the sound for it is so synced. It's perfect. And then this full rotating shot, also partly on ones, partly on twos, is just super fluid and then fades out. Whole sequence is fucking excellent. But anyway, I just wanted to note that we used a different one at first when he's demonstrating the potential to do that, which is kind of neat. Okay. Other things. Returning names of yokai. Nyanko doesn't love that. We exposit that Nyanko is waiting for the book. There goes another page of the book. Rah, rah, rah. But it's not really the greatest of actual... He's not really objecting. He's just being a dick. Will I ever become strong enough to not have my life ruled by them? This strikes me as the question of the episode. Like, if the question of last season was humans or yokais, which one do you care about? And the answer was the both. Then I think that this is the question of the episode. We'll have to see as we move along whether this will continue to be the question of the season. But this seems like the question of the episode so far. Will I become strong enough to not have my life ruled by them? Because in last season, we had a lot of focus on making human connections, connecting with human people, connecting with the Fujiwaras, connecting with Taki, even connecting with Sasada in certain ways, connecting with Shuichi, figuring out the order of the other exorcists. All of that stuff centers around this, like, the relations between the yokai world and the human world, right? Everything centers around that eventual question that is brought up in the last couple of episodes, which is, you gotta choose, but Natsume is like, no, I don't, fuck you, which is good, and I think is right. This strikes me as that kind of a question for this season, potentially. Can Natsume himself become strong enough to not feel like he's being ruled by yokai? And if so, does that have to do with his own strength, or does that have to do, again, with a change in perspective, in seeing them as not something that rules over him, but himself as someone who's actively doing this of his own volition, right? I don't know, but that's an interesting question for sure. All right, we got our little cup. I think the little cup thing is super cute. I think it's super cute. Its legs move really wonky, and it's just sort of wobbly and funky and goofy, and I like it a lot. It has a lot of adjectives that I could use to describe it that end in E. Goofy, wonky, funny, silly. It's all of those things. It's got a lot of E adjectives. It is very E. Very good. Wow, that was on ones. What the fuck? This show is weird with frame rates sometimes. Yeah, that's on ones. What? Weird. Whee! Brrr. It's so cute. I want a little walking teacup. That's great. What a homie. Okay, so... terrified that something bad will come to the house. As usual. This fits in all of the different struggles that Natsume's already been in. I want a show starring that character with the dark hair and the ponytail. She looks like a cute character design. That's all. This boy gonna be this boy. I got nothing about it. He is just that boy, and then he falls out of his chair, which is great, and I appreciate it quite a bit. I like the way that his hair moves when he falls out of the chair. Right there. Yeah, okay. That's nice. And a little spring. Whoa, that was a sneeze. That was a strange sneeze. The little spring of his feet up is very cute. Okay. That was a weird sneeze. Sorry. Light rays, which are kind of new. And we meet an old lady who is not an old lady. And we assume that she's a human, but she's not a human. Super not a human. Very much not a human. And seemingly evil, but, you know, again, lots of yokai that we get, they seem to be evil, but they're not. Now, I personally have a thing against old ladies, so I wanted to see this old lady get punched. There's no justification for that. It's a joke. I don't punch old ladies, okay? I don't go around punching old ladies. It's a Critical Role joke, okay? Vox Machina's favorite terrain is old ladies. Old people in general, and that's it. Okay. Yeah, yokai. I love this particular cut. Not this one. This one's fine. Like, this is a classic loom thing, but to switch it to the side and then to obscure a large portion of the screen, like the top corner, it's basically restricting us to a smaller screen space, which means that it's crushing Natsume over into the corner. And even these blades of grass that are out of focus, this one that arcs over here, tells us that everything inside this portion is, like, not crossable in terms of space of the screen. So Natsume's stuck over here, and then we just have old lady looming out from oblivion, just really creepy, super nice, wonderfully creepy. Okay, a yokai that brings disaster, but it's not a yokai that was bringing disaster. It's Reiko, and the yokai feared her. If you don't help me, I will curse you. I already have, actually. Whoops. Shit. Fuck. Curses. God damn it. And dreams. Dreamy memes. Dreams. Yeah. Did I bring in the disaster? No. No, indeed, you did not. So then we find out the truth. The truth is that she is a pretty nice lady. She's a nice yokai lady. She's just a little creepy. Get the fuck out of here. Stop it. Don't come into my house. But the reason he doesn't want her in the house is because he's scared that she'll bring disaster, right? That he will somehow cause harm to the Fujiwaras. Okay. And then we discover that she is that strong to the point where even other yokai who are not of deity level cannot go and interact with her. So she is instantly alone for reasons that are, like, she's alone from humans, always, because humans can't see her at all. But she's also alone from her own race because she's different from them. She's more powerful than they are. Hey, does that sound like any character that we know? Like a human being who has some trait or power to them that makes it difficult for them to interact with normal people sometimes? Maybe makes them ostracized because of their difference? Oh, wait, that's our main character. It's like there's a parallel between the character peoples. Whoa. Sorry, I don't mean to. That's not meant to be like condescending or anything. I'm just joking around. It's all good. Okay, and he realizes it. A god who can neither be with humans or yokai. And of course, Reiko is the same as well, and so is he. Now this is very cute that she's got the flower, and suddenly she's just an old lady. She's nice, and we're going to help her, and she's not being evil anymore, which is super wonderful. I don't understand why she calls her small. Does she say Chisai? Yeah, she does. That's very strange. What does she mean by that? I don't know what she means by that. That she was small? It's weird. Even though it was dangerous. Yeah, but it was a need. A craving. To get rid of it, I needed a mirror. She thought she would steal it, but was defeated and knocked away. But, when I pressed her on it, she gave it to me. With no recompense asked for that gift, right? To a human. At the time when Reiko was already thinking about going far, far away, which means she probably already hated humans at that point, and she had gotten into a scuffle and gotten injured by humans at that point. So she thought that the old lady was a human when she gave her the mirror. But upon finding out that she was a yokai, she still fulfilled her request and went and exercised the tree, right? Said so herself. That she said she didn't like humans much either. Tried to get rid of the spirit, but was unsuccessful. Went back to return the mirror. He would meet occasionally and chat. Yeah, Scar, the result. When she saw my shrine, she seemed a little disappointed, and the curiosity was why. And the answer eventually comes. It was realizing that this wasn't the genuine interaction with a human being that she thought it was. It was an interaction with a yokai. And so it was confirmation for Reiko that she's distant from humans. But at the same time, this old lady is blind. She can't see, right? And so her care for other people, insofar as it's weird and it exists, is blind too. She got rid of the spirit, yeah. Yeah, why do you smell like her, and look like her, and seem like her, and talk like her, and have the same name as her? Oh. Okay, and then Big Bad Yokai appears, chomps on Natsume. We get the sound effect, which is shattering glass, which could be used for bone breaking if you wanted it to. It's horrifying to do it that way, because it implies super compound fracture, lots of shatter, which is very bad in the shoulder especially. Actually, it's bad anywhere. It doesn't really matter. But no, that's the teacup shattering to protect him. Now the question becomes, where did the teacup originally come from? Very nice teacup that was beloved. It doesn't matter, does it? I don't think so. But what if it was Reiko's teacup? That would be kind of cute, wouldn't it? We don't have any information that would tell us either way, but that would be kind of cute, wouldn't it? Your shoulder is fine, somehow. Now, I thought the old lady had somehow healed him, or he had somehow healed himself, but no, it was the teacup, which is super nice. Okay, and she did write her name on something. She is in the Book of Friends. We give her name back. It's awesome. We go through the actual experience of everything, and we see the perspective here. This is very funny and goofy that she just, like, instantly stumbles and face plants, which is how she ends up meeting Natsume Reiko. That's kind of neat. Yeah, they sell mirrors up the store. It's like, I can't go and talk to people. Sorry. Could you go buy me one? That could work. But no, she requests it again, and Reiko just gives it away. Let me see. And she'd come and meet her again and again. Come to my place. A shrine. Ah, I see. And we see it in her face. Ah. Oh. And then suddenly the perspective changes. This is a fighting pose. Ding. Have a match with me. You can even eat me. That is so strange. Why would she be willing to make that sacrifice? I don't know. Friends? Maybe. And away we go. Following the path. Yeah, just like Reiko thought the old lady was a yokai. I'm sorry, Reiko thought the old lady was human. The old lady thought Reiko was a yokai. That's so interesting. And both of them connected on that level, thinking themselves of the same breed. And upon finding out that that was not true, it changed very little. It's quite interesting. And then we find the tree. The gift. Crazy woman, she was just a human. But she did that after learning that the lady was a yokai. I don't understand why the butterflies are all over in this episode. I'm not quite sure what the deal is with that. Why are there shitloads of monarch butterflies? I don't know. Anyway, teacup. Whose is it? Mine. And it is very precious. Yokai can help. Yokai can be great. Humans can too. Yeah. They arrive without asking and leave just the same. But if you interact with them, that encounter will change your life. For the better. It's an interesting distinction. Okay. Really good episode. The first like 5 minutes are, again, some of the most concise and brilliantly done exposition that's in existence. It's just really good. And I would say, once again, like, you could just watch this episode without having seen any other Natsume and be like, I kind of get it. I get what's going on here. This is fine. You might not pick up on, like, the hints about Reiko and stuff, but you'd figure it out pretty quickly. Okay. So that puts us at a good place with actually discussing the contents of the episode. As a brief overview of art and stuff, I noticed a difference in the background art generally. The forests are a bit more, bit higher fidelity. The buildings and stuff look a little bit better. And I think that the general, like, compositing is a little bit better, which is much harder to put a finger on, but it's the nature of, like, everything looking like it's within the same space. And that especially sort of reveals itself when characters are moving through space, which doesn't happen that often in Natsume. We do a lot of flatness in Natsume, but that's standard because it's a fucking manga adaptation. It makes a lot of sense. But for example, the sequence where Natsume runs this way, I think they make a really good choice to not shoot his legs, because that's always the part that gives things away and makes things harder to see. We do shoot them on this location, but only up until a point where they're hidden from us, which I think is a good idea, because otherwise you get slidey feet almost inevitably if characters are running through depth of field, unless it's a flat plane or your Kyoto animation, because Kyoto animation is fucking bullshit with that. But generally, there's not like a massive change in the art of the characters. A couple of moments that are pretty cool. I really like the new sequence that's used for the clap and blow and release of a yokai. I think that it is excellent looking, and I'm looking forward to having it along on our journey. I like the OP. Again, I didn't see much in the OP that spoke to me of, like, stuff that I could glean information from. Natsume's sitting here thinking, he thinks about Reiko, he's in the rain, the sun comes out and starts to brighten things. He looks up, and it's implied that where he's looking is toward all of these previous experiences that he's had, and then we get to see that sequence because it's part of the OP, and then he flies away on Madara, and then Madara drops him off on his house, and apparently everybody's cool with that. And there are a bunch of yokai everywhere, and they hold him up when he almost falls, and it's great. Okay, it's a fun OP. There's not a lot, like, it's not meaty. It's good. I don't think it's meaty though. The sun comes out after the rain. Yeah, that's like all I got. Staff and stuff. ANN. Let me pull up Zoku Natsume as well, actually. ANN Zoku Natsume and ANN Natsume-san. Yeah. I want Zoku Natsume just so that I can see if the same people responsible for the episode 1 are responsible for the episode 1. Series director is Takahiro Omori? That hasn't changed, right? No, that's the same. Takahiro Omori, who storyboarded and episode directed episode 1, and in Zoku Natsume, he did the same. Yeah, okay. So Omori seems to just consistently take storyboard and episode direction for the first episode of the season, and seems to tend to direct the last episode of the season as well, which I think he is going to be doing that this time as well. Cool. And then this episode was written by Sadayuki Murai, who was not the person who wrote the first episode of Zoku. That was Mayori Sekijima. In fact, Sadayuki Murai is not on the Zoku Natsume staff, so I'm going to check him out because he will also be writing the next episode. So let me see. Series composition and screenplay for Boogie Pop Phantom, Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040 screenplay, script for 3 episodes of Cowboy Bebop, script for 3 episodes of Durarara. Okay, he ends up staying on Natsume for a while. He ends up in Roku Go, the movie, and a couple of other places. Cool. Whoa! Script for Perfect Blue. What? Screenplay for Steam Boy. What? Who is this dude? Screenplay for Millennium Actress. What? Script for Kino's Journey. What? Wait, which Kino's Journey though? Which release date? 2003. It's the good one. Holy shit, Sadayuki Murai. This dude has been on a lot. More importantly, there are a few things that he has been on that are among the greatest works of like anime and anime writing in existence. Just looking, Steam Boy screenplay, Perfect Blue script, Millennium Actress screenplay. Those 3 alone, just like 2 Satoshi Kon films, and then 2003 Kino no Tabi. That's a lot. That's kind of crazy. And then 3 episodes of Cowboy Bebop, some Boogie Pop, some Bubblegum Crisis. That's a lot. Wow. Very impressive. Okay. Cool. That's really about it, isn't it? It's kind of sad. That's fine. That's fine. This was a good episode. Like a solid Natsume episode, including the Natsume story within it, which is the story of the yokai who interacted with Reiko, who we then released from her bond that she didn't really even know that she had. And she stays around, which is cool. And also a good first episode of a season, you know? You gotta get some exposition out there, throw information at people so that they remember what's going on after about a year of not having seen any Natsume. Yeah, this works really well. I'm excited for the rest of this season. We'll see how things begin to shape up and whether we seem to feel like we're continuing on, I don't know, like a journey of internal strength for Natsume, which seems like it would be the thing that would align with the questions that he asked in this episode and would be a underlying thematic thrust for the season that would function in very much the same way that the attempt at an underlying thematic thrust toward yokai versus humans in season 2 worked as well. I think it could work better in this season if that is the start of the thing, and we're going to be more consistent about like the focus of our stories, like feeding into that thematic thrust as the season goes on. But time will tell. We will see. Again, please let me know if there are 2-part episodes or whatever in this season so that I don't have to go looking for them and potentially get spoiled on stuff. Would appreciate that. And I think that's it. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Natsume Yuujinchou-san, episode 1, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And as always, I hope to catch you next week for the next couple of episodes. We'll probably watch 2 and 3 next week, unless something wonky goes on and I find out that I need to change up my format so that we get aligned up for any 2-parters. But we'll see. Okay, that's it. See you next week. Peace.